Good morning, everyone. It is still June the 17th. I'm going to ignore it. Three missed calls. Three missed calls from a private number. Let me list. Private number means anonymous. See, this is why Edward Snowden left and he ran out the United States, because he knew about U.S. government targeting activities against blacks. He knew about it. He knew about it, and he didn't like it. And Edward Snowden is a Southerner. Okay, he's from the South, and he still didn't like it. See, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, July 17, Wednesday. So this means, Aki, that I would be threatened by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Now that the U.S. government has orchestrated that I don't have a truck, and that the insurance won't be ready in time since they removed the VIN number for me to have a truck, they're forcing me to go to Enterprise Rent-A-Car with no money, with money owed on the truck. I was pleading with the Muslim community near Thousand Oaks, California, to hurry up and allow me to have that money so I could alleviate this process way in advance, as I'm here now in the Fontana Masjid, Al-Rahman Islamic Center. So now I'm in a position I have to return the car. They may threaten me with police action if I don't return the car or put money on the car. They would threaten me with police action, and I've pleaded with the Muslim community that I am trying to work and that I have been offered work. You saw me talking this morning with the manager of Apex. I have been offered work all the way down from the CEO of the company, steady, stable work to be out of people's face. So I am not a problem. See, this amount. This masjid owes a school property loan of $198,000. In the mortuary, let's say 200 and something. There was a Muslim I saw come in a plane, a private Airbus 340, came in LAX a few weeks ago, and I was nearby in that Inglewood area or whatever after dropping off a brother Mujahidi who lives in extreme squalor where I've been staying with to stay out of the streets. Because Afro-American males, when you are in the street, you are exposed to law enforcement targeting if you are in the streets. If you're off the streets and you're involved in economically viable activity, they don't target you. But if you are loitering or vagrant or around, then you are more open to targeting. So when I was talking about this money owed by this masjid, a person coming in the Airbus A340, which I recognize to belong to someone of Muslim ancestry, that money ain't nothing, man. $200 and something thousand. It's nothing for people of Palestinian ancestry, Bilad al-Shami, some Syrians, and particularly Khaliji Gulf Arabs, and even a number of Pakistanis. $200 and something thousand ain't nothing. These are the wealthiest, most healed people in the Muslim community in the world. Those ethnicities I just mentioned, particularly Pakistani, Indian, Gulf Arab, Bilad al-Shami people that all have an Aryan or European Caucasian root. People are very wealthy out. The amounts of money that this masjid needs is nothing. They won't even feel it, and they had to languish year after year, month after month with that thing still hanging over. That thing might have been hanging over them for years. It's been hanging over this masjid in Fontana, being Al-Rahman Islamic Center. It's been hanging over for years, man. Over this masjid head. But as a byproduct, as I told you personally, I don't feel comfortable in this masjid. I feel like these people are bakhil. They may have jubni, but they may be bakhil, because if I get into a situation, I feel like, and I have always felt, when I come here, that I cannot ask nobody for nothing, that I had better not ask anybody for nothing. Now, this is how I used to feel in Singapore dealing with MUIS, that organization, that rancid turncoat organization, because they are afraid of the Chinese ethnics now. Now what's happening is Singapore is being taken over. It has a lot of redneck, racist, high white, high British interest in Singapore because they're a luxury playground. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to hold my tongue anymore. I can show you videos of these men, Caucasian men, putting their konek, their fudge, their zoop, their penis, their ping dong, their lingam, putting it in the woman's, the sister's mouth that's wearing, and I used to look at that stuff, Allah forgive me, that is wearing the hijab, wearing the tudong, and you could hear azan being called. This is going on in Malaysia, in Singapore, and then going inside the woman's, not in the fudge, in the kos, or in the puki, or in the proper place, they going in the backside of the room as well. The room is wearing the tudong and the hijab and the azan. It's being called and then the akama and stuff. But if I want a nikah and I don't want to do zina, I'm a nigger. It's a nigger. It's a nigger, and you don't deserve the nikah. And then like one racist Malay sister, when the old woman near Thousand Oaks, where it said no, none of the Malay women want to come here to the U.S. That's a lie. Nobody want to come here. Nobody want to leave their family. Okay, I'm not asking nobody to leave their family. I'm asking for nikah because I prefer the gemuk, the samin wa mateen sister, practice Islam, but that's more than 250 pounds in weight or more than 115 kilograms. I prefer over 130 kilograms or even over 100, mashallah, 115 kilograms or more than 250 pounds in weight, even over 300, but they must be al-hawth ariyat, what they call in Arabic, hawth, al-hawth ariyat, hawth ariyat, what they call pingul besar, pingul lebar, and kaki lebar and besar, especially the pingul, and the what they call the betis, lebar and besar, like that. But in Arabic they call them hawth ariyat because there's no real good word to describe physique. Hawth arit kathir, like that, but heavy, samin mateen, but in a good way. This is what I prefer, and I've been made a laughing stock because I prefer them with hijab, the ones that wear tudong, and even better, the niqabi. But don't let clothes fool you, folks. Do not let clothing fool you, because a lot of people have clothing, but as it was said in the hadith, but they will have the hearts of wolves. So for some reason, with the electronic thing, which is why Brother Edward Snowden rebelled, and he left, is because he knew about targeting of Afro-American males to make them scapegoats for terrorism, to turn them into scapegoats for terrorism, and to create a paradigm against Afro-American reproduction, so they won't have family structures, so that they will be the boogeymen, so they will be discarded. So in the name of His Majesty, and Muslims believe that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is worthy to be called Majesty, in the name of Ar-Rahman, Malik al-Jalal wal-Jalal al-Izzati, the Emperor of creation, I ask for His mercy, and within the sound of all Muslims, real Muslims, not munafiqeen, not secular Muslims, not Ayan Hersey, and all these kind of deviants, these people, and mysticism, Sufism, playground, drinking, belly dancing, cavorting, deviants, but real practicing Muslims with solid Aqidah, to allow me to nikah. But only sisters that are more than 250 pounds in weight, or even over 200, but they must have the wide pingul, besar, super wide pingul, the real shape, the pear, P-E-A-R shape, but have, most importantly, the iman, the taqwa with the hijab and with the niqab, ideally with the niqab. If not with the niqab, really muhajibat and no makeup, and they have to do salat, and they have to be inclined towards sadaqah, towards charity. This is a weird criteria, but this is the criteria, and there's a lot. There are a lot. The ummah is what they call in Arabic matrus with these type of sisters. It's matrus, but a lot of the hasideen, and the munafiqeen, they get in the way, and some of them are in place in Islamic organizations and in the masajid. The munafiqeen and hasideen, and the fashish. I used to be fashish because I exchanged photos that were not proper of myself to my former fiance, was a grown woman, over 25 years old at the time, now probably over 30, or 30-something, 31, and her to myself. And authorities or intelligence officials intercepted it with the behest of Singapore. So Singapore hates my prowess as a black American man and what I represent. They don't mind Nigerians coming there and screwing up and sexing up the women. They don't mind that. No, they don't mind that. Malaysia doesn't either. Even though they'll talk their stuff about Nigerians, but there was a big British push against me by putting out things warning against blacks and Nigerians, and even the head of a website, which I would give my attorneys, deleted my profile and put defamatory things to my profile.